Well,
Yes.
so
Actually, hearing that through headphones, I realised that when I was watching it before, it was on my phone and I didn't hear all the lyrics
yeah, because
properly.
of the tin, like you get a better, yeah, on your phone it's tinny along.
Yeah, and yeah.
Now, I'm going to do something I don't normally do here. And start off with what we normally do, which is you go ahead and what did you think? But while you think, I'm getting up the lyrics. And after we said that, we're going to talk about them for a second. So go
That
ahead.
sound is so, to me, it's so different from their other um, albums, if you see what I mean. It was more, and when that, what was that, the drum, what came in that was really like,
So,
that made my ear, I couldn't.
I think this song's musically, like just on a strictly musical level, like not talking about the lyrics at all yet.
Yeah.
I think this song's really interesting because it starts off like the whole music box thing, which subject matter. We'll go into that in a minute. Why that is important, but like the starting off with a music box, then it's a lot more pop. Like there are lots of
Yes.
complaints from people about how pop.
And it
But
sounded
then,
rappy as
but then,
well.
they've had that in a couple of like
Yeah.
Ascensionism and stuff as well. But then it goes into the heavy part at the end, and it's probably one of the heaviest, I think, breakdowns of a Sleep Token song. So it's like the contrast of the dark and the light, which is something they've always done. So that's the thing. But it's just the extremes. They've gone extreme in both ways, in a way that they haven't in a song before, I think, which is like
Yeah.
they've gone like super poppy to like the drums in this, for example, what you're saying when it comes in
Was
really
that,
heavy.
yeah, that was,
There was some effects and everything as well, but there's
there
two.
wasn't
You know that
layers.
Two is like an amazing drummer. Like we talk about Two
Yes.
being an amazing drummer. Well, there's a lot of the hardcore metal community. Basically, I think this whole song was basically a fuck you to many different types of fans who say, like, who claim to be fans, but then say, like, we'll go into that in a minute. But
Yeah.
one of the sects is the metal community at large who claim Sleep Token aren't metal. They're not talented. They don't do this. They don't do this. And then, so like the
They're
drums,
very
so I think that
talented.
part was an answer to that, because there's a band called Lorna Shore who are very well respected in like the wider metal community. I don't personally like them that much. They're a bit too much for me, but they go into that spectrum of like heavy a lot, where it is very abrasive and like very full on and everything. And so I think they're going into that a little bit, that genre, like, because Sleep Token like to move between genres. They like to mix up things. So I
Yeah,
think
but what I missed with this song when I think about it is normally over the years that you've introduced me to them and we've commented on them. I go like this and there's layers, but where it builds and each instrument kicks in. But that didn't happen with this one. Have they changed their product? I mean, I
so
think you said it was
they
it Sugar, the first one?
no
The,
Emergence
no, the one, oh, is that
with
what it was
Gabby on
called? Yes.
Emergence. Yeah.
That had layers,
Yeah, so like
but this didn't.
I don't get worried about. I can tell in your face that there's a
Yeah.
little bit of worry. I'd say don't get worried that like Emergence shows that they are still doing that. This
Yeah.
was just a different approach. This was more of a diss track.
I mean, well, yeah, like you say, if they're making a point, because like I say, I haven't, the lyrics, some of them, I was like, oh.
well, if you look at your screen now, the lyrics are there,
Oh.
right? So if
People been slagging them off or something?
right, so I'm gonna go through some of these lines here, and I'm sure that there will be people in the comments giving further context as well. So keep an eye out on this video for the comments if you want further, because I don't have the best understanding. I'm gonna try my best here. But when you're going through these, there's certain things like where is it? Sorry, I'm looking through. Do 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 do.
Oh.
See here, right? So every time they try to shout my real name just to get a rise out of me.
Yes, I picked that up. Yes.
Like, you know, and like there's a line which is quite funny because like it's and I'm not going to say it again. Not saying his real name on camera. Just
No.
you know. But it's a confirmation. That's the first, like, he's just straight come out and said, yes, that's my name. Like, basically, yes, that's my name. Just shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah.
You know, like, and it
says that bit. I guess that's.
I guess what's that what I get for trying to hide in the limelight, for having 2020 hindsight. Everyone just wants eyes on them. I just want to sing that top line. Like, and stick to me like caramel. You know, it's like. But then you go further and you go like too young to get bitter over it all, too old to retaliate like before, which a lot of people were calling out. There was a time where there's video of it, and I had someone in my comments saying Vessel never spat at anyone, bro. There's literally video of it. Like you can look it up. Like, you know.
Why did they do that?
Like, there were some people in the crowd. Like, he was at the end of the show going, like, giving the heart hands like he always does, usually, and all of that. And then he went over to that, and then they shouted his name at him. So he just instantly went from, you know, and he flipped them off, and then he didn't spit at them, but he spat in their direction.
Why do people do that, though? They must know that his persona is his you know what I mean? I get people just
and I'm not going to go into every little thing. Obviously,
I mean that bit about this stage is a prison.
Yeah, and it's like Michelle, my friend Michelle, she made a video on TikTok, like talking about this song, basically saying like I'm ashamed to be a part of the Sleep Token fan base at this point because like this is what you know, like this is and you know what, she was terrified to put that video up. Like, she was terrified to put that video up on TikTok because, you know, but she did. And the response she got was overwhelmingly positive.
Good.
From other normal Sleep Token fans who are just like, no, this is bullshit. Like, you know, like, and I think this song is Vessel coming out, and whilst there's a lot of Easter eggs in here for the old school fans. There's literally a line, where is it? I
like that bit.
The million hands reaching out to darkness. Where is it? There's that, like, that's a reference to a thing they did on stage like years ago. It was one of the interludes between their shows. So there's still references, and they still laced it with things for the old school fans to show that, like, yo, this isn't all of the fans. Like, I love you guys who are respectful and all of this, but I'm needing to call out some people.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why leading back into the music of this, I think that's why they had that whole Lorna Shore style section where 2 got to show his metal skill at drums, because 2's a fucking amazing drummer, but the metal community, because he ain't doing blast beats and shit, bro, he's not an amazing. Fuck off, you morons. Like, you know, it's just like, there you go, he didn't. You happy now? You know, like, dude can literally fucking play, like, could play like most drummers under the table. But because he ain't doing blast beats in his music, people are like, oh, he ain't. It's the same. They're the same people who would like watch a dude like play some amazing technical, amazing melodic guitar and be like, it doesn't have a breakdown. It's not good guitar. And these people are just fucking idiots, you know, like, it's just like, and it sucks that Sleep Token, they've had to call these people out, you know, like, it's just.
I've just noticed the lyrics near the end where it says, in these days of days, tell me, did I give you what you came for? In fact, that's quite, I get upset now. I mean, not on his behalf, because I get what he's saying and I wish it all away, terrified to answer my own front door. I thought things had changed, missing my wings. And now I'm reading them, I'm getting a bit choked because I think they are brilliant. When we saw them, even before that, they are all so, the drummer and him, talented.
Going back a little bit in the lyrics here to this bit here, I'll highlight, you know, it says they're too young to get bitter over it. Or what, like, just after them though, too blessed to be caught ungrateful. I know, because it's like, that's the catch, isn't it? When you're an artist and I said it in my video, it's like, whenever a millionaire or like any kind of, you know, rich person, famous person or whatever has a problem, that people who aren't in the same financial position deem to like, oh, well, if I had your money, I wouldn't care about that, you know. And it's just like, and that's basically the risk that he's running by doing this, you know. And it's like, that's what that line reeks of to me as well. It's like he knows. It's like too blessed to be caught ungrateful. I know. And it's like, because if you're caught being ungrateful when, you know, like Sleep Token are what they are now, that could easily turn a lot of the fans easily overnight. People flip. You know, like fan bases can be incredibly fickle. You know, you've seen it so many times in media. Like, it's no one is past it. Like, a fan base can flip on their person overnight because they say something out of pocket. You know, and particularly as an anonymous band, that's the whole point. They don't have a political ideology tied to them. They don't have anything like that tied to them that can get in the way of the art. You know, coming out and doing a track like this is risky. So it's like, but like, I still, and even with that being said, I fucking love this song. Like, I love this song.
I did. But like I said, I think now you've explained about the thrashing bit, I wasn't used to that with them. And my ears, I must admit, I was thinking, ooh, you know, ooh, where's the piano? No, no, I wasn't thinking that. But, well, you know, I love them because, like I say, all the others have had layers building up. But now I've read all the lyrics here, and some of them have really choked me, actually, because I feel for him. I really do. Because, yeah. So, but I just hope that this one... And also the production's different. He sounds him, but you explained to me when we listened to, what was it again?
Emergency.
See, it's me brain, I'm getting older. That because they've got a new...
I would assume, I don't know for sure, but because they've got a new record deal and all of this stuff, they now have more freedom to expand the production. So they're probably going to, even if it's the same team and all of that, they're probably going to be expanding the techniques and like they're going to be trying new stuff. They're a very experimental band. Like, they do what works, but they also try and fit other things in with it. So, but
now you've explained that, and I've read all the lyrics.
The music box thing as well. Sorry, just coming back.
The beginning? Yes,
that
was
beautiful. That was the metaphorical thing of that. Like, what does a ballerina in a music box do? It is there just to sit there and perform for you until you close the box and you're done with it. So, like, the fact that they have that motif starting this song with the subject matter is, it's about like you know, like, people get mad at Sleep Token and stuff, but everything they do is thought through. You know, like, everything has a motive. Yeah. Like, you can see why the fans do go a bit crazy trying to find things in things that, you know, they go crazy looking at looking for shit that isn't there. Because in a lot of senses, everything is thoughtfully planned, and, you know. And
I've just noticed, sorry, that at the pre-chorus where it says, and if you don't think I mean it, then I understand, but I'm still glad you came. So let me see the hotel. Oh, I'm getting choked. It's stupid. No, there's me saying about Bill Murray, and it's not about the lyrics for me. It's about the music. But lyrics matter too. But you know when there's...
They do.
No, but you know when there's some bands where you just, like from me, from going back years, where it's the music that gets me, and then you listen to the lyrics. But then there's other songs where you just want to sing along. Do you see what I mean? But
so the way I've said it now is that for me, like, even though lyrics are important, but they are the last thing that get through to me. Like, the music, once I understood the music and the way the music's going, that's when lyrics start. It's only now that I'm starting to properly get the lyrics of this song, because I've listened to it probably about 10 times now.
Well, I haven't, but now even on my first look at the lyrics, I get it. And I do feel for him. I do, because people must at the time have known what he was about. And it's like now they're saying, oh, no. Well, then don't bloody listen to him. Don't go to his concerts if you're going to call shit. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I'd be upset too. I mean, and we all know that he likes to wear his mask, and I'm glad he does. Because to me, and I've thought this myself a long time ago when you first started introducing me to them, that I'm glad they do that. Because then it's not about any agendas. Do you know what I mean? There's no politics.
that's what I said.
It doesn't matter what race or
there's
anything.
There's no ideology
No.
tied to Sleep Token.
It's
People
just
like you look at their fan base. The people that love Sleep Token are incredibly varied.
Yes.
Like Vessel. Oh, fuck me, I nearly said his name. Actually,
I
then,
don't
just,
even know his name.
Yeah,
and
well,
I don't want
I
to.
nearly just said it,
I
then,
just-
which is weird because I was saying Ronnie and
Yeah.
because I was saying name. But anyway, Vessel. Like if Vessel was on Twitter and all of that stuff, and constantly talking and then like championing this, championing that. Yes, the people that also want to champion those causes would be incredibly. Yeah, look at this guy that we love that is doing that. But the people who are against those that might like him as well would be like, no, fuck this guy all of a sudden, and it would, and it gets in the way of the art.
Exactly.
Like it does.
Yeah, but I tell you what, no, I like I say, I love that, and like I say, now I've seen the lyrics, I think good for you, I do, because but the only bit, like I say, that I didn't like, and normally I love it, was just that bit, but now I get it. If that's what he's saying to people, all right, you're saying that we can't do this and we can't do that. Here, he's done it. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, it's completed it, mate.
Yeah.
Like completed it, mate. What next?
But no, that I'm glad I listened. I know I listened to it before, but like I say, it was on my phone. It was very quiet.
You've listened to it properly.
And I listened to it properly, and the sound was, well done, Sleep Token. That's what I say.
Vessel.
Vessel.
Yes. Anyway, well, there you go.
Oh, sorry.
Well, there you go. There you have it, ladies and gents. This has gone on for nearly half an hour.
Oh,
We've
that's
been
it? Oh,
28 minutes on a 5-minute song. Shit, not bad. Not bad. But yeah, so we're going to call it there. Let us know what you thought. Like the video if you liked it. Dislike it if you didn't. Subscribe for more like this. Comment down below to join the discussion. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I have been the son.
And I've been the mum. Thank you.
And hopefully we will catch you in the next one. Peace.